Okay, so you can see, so already your line here, this is the Windows mission. I already installed Windows 10. So on this my laptop, without virtualization, I cannot install Linux operating system. In real time, all databases which are running Linux operating system only. 99%, all databases, not only any database, all databases which are running on Linux operating system. So now we have to install Linux operating system in our PC, in our laptop. So already Windows installed. I don't want to disturb Windows operating system because this is user friendly operating system. Okay, even though installed Windows operating system on my Windows machine, how to install Linux operating system? Once install Linux operating system in my laptop, then I can install Postgres or Oracle or MongoDB. You can install any database. Before this, we have to install Linux operating system. So how to install on this our PC? So we have to virtually we have to create one more mission, not physically. Physical means this is the physical PC only. Physical, suppose I have two servers, physical servers. That means two laptops. This is only physical server, physical mission. Physical means I have two physical PCs, two physical missions. That means two laptops you have. I don't want to buy another laptop for Linux installation. In this Linux mission, in this Windows operating system, in this my laptop only, I can create one more virtual mission. Virtually I can create. That means internally in this same mission, internally I can create the one more mission. That mission we call as a virtual mission. So for each and every virtual mission, we have to assign RAM, memory. If you suppose this laptop is running, that means this laptop having some memory. Without memory, any application, any laptop, it's not opening. So how much memory as of now? How to see our laptop configuration? If it is Windows 10, there is a PC. On the PC, click on properties. In the properties, we can get it laptop configuration, server configuration. In real time also same. What is the installed memory? In real time also, what is the server configuration? If anyone asking server configuration or laptop configuration, both are same. Installed RAM, how much installed RAM? 16 GB. Yes, in this my laptop I have RAM 16 GB installed. What is the hard disk? Where is that device? Product ID, version number. Here also we can see storage. You can see storage. How much storage total? Let it storage is for the device. You can say total storage. How many drives? These are the drives: C drive, E drive, F drive. Total how much? C drive I divided partition. C drive 146 GB I given while installing Windows operating system. While installing Windows operating system, for Windows drive, E drive I given 493. F drive I given 291. 400, 700, almost 1 TB. Storage means 1 TB. I have 1 TB space. Okay. RAM how much? 16 GB RAM. 16 GB RAM. Storage how much? Storage 1 TB. How to calculate storage? Go to just drives. You can calculate all the drives. Okay. PC. You can say C drive, E drive, F drive. You can calculate total space. C drive 146 plus 493. F drive 299, almost 1 terabytes. So I have 1 terabyte storage. This is a hard disk. Hard disk we use it to store the data temporarily. Memory means we can store the data temporarily. This is permanently. In hard disk, if you store any file, that is stored permanently. Means if you restart your laptop, whatever saved data in storage hard disk, that will be there. If not saving anything, suppose let me open Notepad. Suppose here I saved some data, like any data. Suppose some mobile number 20305 thing something. If I haven't saved anything this Notepad file, in this is memory. Right now this is in memory. If you saved permanently, it's asking where you want to save. You can see I clicked on save. Where you want to save, either desktop or any drive. You have to choose the desktop or E drive, F drive, C drive, anything. That is storage, hard disk. If you save anything on the hard disk, that is permanently saved the data. If you not saving anything, suppose I don't want to save. If your system is restarted, this file is not existing because we haven't saved anything. This is right now, this is in memory. So anything is in memory, that is temporarily, until unless your system is reboot or your system is failure. Suppose our system is suddenly hanged, suddenly restarted. Whatever the data is in memory, that will be lost. Whatever the data in hard disk, that will be stored permanently. When you restart the system, that data will be existing. Okay, so I want to install Linux operating system. Before Linux operating system, I can create one more mission, that is virtual mission. For each and every virtual mission, I have to assign RAM, memory, at least 3 GB. I have to assign for virtual mission memory and storage. At least how much memory we have to assign? 3 GB for each and every virtual mission. Why we are creating virtual mission? To install Linux operating system. You can install Linux or Windows. On the virtual mission you can install Linux or Windows operating system. Whatever you want to, you can install. But my goal is I want to install Postgres database. Before Postgres, I want to install Linux operating system. Before Linux operating system, I have to create virtual mission. For each and every virtual mission, we have to assign at least 3 GB memory. Hard disk how much? Hard disk how much we have to assign? Minimum 70 GB or at least 50 to 70 GB. If you have enough space, you can save anything. Minimum CPU cores. Minimum CPU cores. At least one CPU cores. When you buy laptop, so what is the cores? i3, i4 like this. So for each and every virtual mission, we have to assign 3 GB RAM, hard disk at least 50 to 70 GB. Suppose I created virtual mission, name is, you can give any name. While creating virtual mission, you can give some next one. I created this virtual mission. I assigned 3 GB memory. RAM means read only memory, read access memory. What is read access memory. Storage, how much storage we need to assign? At least 70 GB, 50 to 70 GB. Storage means RAM, read only memory. ROM, RAM means storage hard disk. What is the ROM? Read only memory. Read access memory. RAM means, okay, there is a big difference between RAM and ROM. ROM means storage hard disk. Read only memory. Read access memory. What are the data in memory? That just we can access only. Read access memory. RAM. Okay. ROM means hard disk storage. Okay. So I can assign CPU 1 core. CPU equal to 1. Okay. So my laptop Windows 10 operating system minimum occupied at least same 3 GB it will for main operating system, main laptop operating system. So 3 GB need. Hard disk how much? At least same. Okay, 50 GB. So now totally 16 GB. Storage is 1 TB. I assigned out of 16 GB 3 GB for this virtual machine. How much remain free RAM? Out of 16, total 16 GB. I assigned 3 GB for, I created one virtual machine. I assigned 3 GB RAM. So how much left? 13 GB. So like this, how many virtual machines you can create? Out of 13 GB, 3 GB need for our main laptop physical server. Okay, so minus 3 equal to 10 GB. Out 10 GB I have left out. Out of 10 GB, how many virtual machines I can create? 3 more virtual machines I can create. Like this, if you have RAM, you can create 4 virtual machines at a time. 4 VMs means virtual machines. Create 4 into 3. How much? 12 GB. 12 GB RAM you can start at a time. When this virtual machine using this memory, when you start the virtual machine only. When you start this virtual machine, that virtual machine uses 3 GB memory. When you stop this machine, it's not using this 3 GB. So at a time, if you start 4 virtual machines, how much memory used by 4 virtual machines? 12 GB. So 12 GB for 4 virtual. If you create 4 virtual machines, those 4 virtual machines at a time use 12 GB memory. Okay, out of 16 GB, I have 4 GB left. 4 GB for main laptop. Main laptop used 4 GB. So my system is freely running. There is no slowness. If you feel slowness, you can stop one virtual machine. So that 3 virtual machines at a time running. 3 into 3, 9 GB. I have 6 GB RAM. 6 GB used to my main laptop. Your speed will increase. Your laptop speed based on your memory only. Your laptop slowness means you have to increase, you have to upgrade RAM. In mobile also, suppose in mobile, okay, RAM 2 GB, that device will be very slow. If you buy new mobile with 4 GB, 6 GB RAM, that mobile will be feel very fast. You can access any application easily without slowness. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is for virtual machines. So if you want to create virtual machines, at least virtual machine we need to assign 3 GB memory, 50 to 70 GB. Okay, storage, CPU means default is taking 1. Okay, in Windows, how many drives you can create? While installing Windows operating system, I want to install Windows 10. How many drives? How many drives you can create? Can me tell anyone? You all knows, I think, Windows operating system. So how many drives you can create while installing a Windows operating system? First, total storage how much? This laptop storage how much? Storage, not memory. How much storage?
1 TB.
Sorry?
1 TB.
1 TB.
1 TB.
Okay. Based on this storage, I can create drives. Drives means what is the drives? You can see here. In this PC, what are the drives? This is the one drive. This is one drive. This is one more. I totally 3 drives created. Minimum C drive is required to install a Windows operating system. Without C, minimum 1 drive is required to install operating system. In Windows, these drives we call as this is our drives: C drive, E drive, F drive. You can create n number of drives. Suppose I create 2 drives only. 2 drives, C drive. For C drive I can assign 500 GB. Okay, D drive I can assign 500 GB. So there is no space. So I can create for each and every drive how much space you can assign. Based on that you can create drives. I want to create 3 drives. Each and every drive will have minimum 300 GB. You can create. In that case, C equal to 300 GB, D equal to 300 GB. How much left? 600 left. Okay, out of 1 TB, 600 GB gone. 300 allocated for this drive, 300 GB allocated for this drive. How much left? 400. You can assign 400 for next drive, E drive. Like this you can create drives while installing Windows based on your storage. Suppose your hard disk is 1 TB. Suppose 500 GB only. Some of the laptops having 500 GB only. That time how many drives you can create? So suppose if you create 3 drives will summarize total 500 GB. Suppose I create C drive equal to minimum. You can assign 100 GB. Sorry, go on mute.
ఫస్ట్ ఇచ్చేస్తాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Okay. So C I assigned 100 GB. D drive I assigned 300 GB. E drive you can create E drive 100 GB. Total 500. So there is no space. There is no space to create another drives. If you have enough space, suppose if you have 2 TB, based on storage you can create drives. I can create, my storage is 2 terabytes. You can create 5 drives. 5 into 4. Each drive having 400. 5 into 4, 2 terabytes. Based on storage you can create the drives in Windows. Suppose I created a virtual machine. I created a virtual machine. Memory, what is the memory assigned? 3 GB. What is the storage? Suppose 100 GB assigned storage. CPU, how much CPU core? Minimum 1. Okay, how many drives I can create for this virtual machine? Tell me. How many drives? C drive, how much? Some 30 GB. D drive, how much? Some 30 GB. E drive, how much? 40 GB. So there is no space. For C drive, I assign 30 GB. D drive 30 GB. E drive 40 GB. My total storage for this virtual machine how much? 100 GB only. Clear? So in case of Linux, okay, these drives we call as a mount points. What it is? Mount points equal to drives in Windows. If it is Windows, we call as a drives. If it is Linux, we call as a mount points. You can see same terminology. Terminology is different. Functionality is same. These drives also to store the data. These mount points also we are using mount points to store the data only. But terminology is different. In case of Windows, we call as a drives. In case of Linux, mount points. So how to create mount points? While installing Linux operating system, you can suppose C drive. Instead of C, you can give /user1. Like this, you can give mount point /user1 mount point. Another mount point /user2. Another mount point /user3. Like this, you can create n number of mount points. /user1 is the one of the mount point. I created assigned 30 GB. /user2 is the one more mount point. I assigned 30 GB. /user3. I created one more mount point. Assigned 40 GB. My total these are mount point space is less than or equal to main storage. I assigned virtual machine 100 GB. These all mount point storage. What are the assigned mount point storage? Equal or less than main storage, main capacity. Clear? And doubts ఉన్నాయా? కంప్లీట్ లైనక్స్ వాళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే కొద్దిగా ఓకే. సో విండోస్ నుంచి లైనక్స్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు కొద్దిగా కంప్లీట్ విండోస్ నుంచి కంపేర్ చేస్తాను కాబట్టి ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. ఏం డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి. Okay, so as of now, just what is virtual machine? So how much memory we assign, how much storage, how much CPU. Based on that storage, this is the capacity or storage. Based on this storage, we can create mount points in Linux. How to create mount points? We'll learn slowly. Okay, in case of Windows, we call as a drives. In case of Linux, we call as a mount points. Suppose in Linux you want to store one if you want to store some songs, okay, suppose some movie, where we can store? You can store in this mount point or wherever you have free space. You can store /user2, you can store /user3. These all are we call as a mount points in Linux. Any Linux, if you learn one Linux, commands, all the terminals all are same. If you learn one database, functionality same for all databases. Commands are different in case of database. In case of Linux, everything is same. Just you can learn one Linux. Mount point, suppose we are trying to install OEL. In the course, we covered Oracle Linux. Same, suppose if you want to install RHEL or CentOS, same installation steps, same mount. There also we call as a mount points. What are the installation steps followed? OEL, that will be applicable for all Linux flavors. These all we call as a flavors. Linux flavors. What are those? RHEL, OEL. Tell me, what are the Linux types of Linux operating systems? OEL, RHEL, CentOS, IBM Linux.
Solaris.
Yes, Oracle Linux, OEL covered. IBM Linux, HP Linux. Okay, HP Linux, Solaris. You have to. Okay, so today onwards I will share the material. You have to at least in weekly once I can ask any whatever covered any questions. Okay, that should be ready to tell any question what I covered. At weekly once I can ask, because these are the new to this Linux operating system. We have to practice 2 or 3 times. We have to read 2 or 3 times, then only at least basics will understand. Without reading, without practicing, it's waste of your time and my time. Okay, so Linux flavors. What are the Linux flavors? RHEL, CentOS, OEL, Oracle Linux, IBM Linux, HP Linux, Solaris. You can search in Google also. Not only my material, you can, if you have time, you can search in Google. What are the Linux operating systems? Okay, like this you can, okay, prepare it. Okay, sometimes you can search in Google. What are the material I am sharing? Those you have to, once after preparing my materials, then you can search in Google. Okay, so now question is how to create virtual missions. Is there any software using? Suppose you have to play songs in your mobile. What it's required to play songs? What it is required? Directly it's playing. What software you required in mobile or laptop? VLC player or Windows one, what it is? Windows music player something.
Music
So
Media
at least
player.
VLC or any software, VLC player or anything is required. Without VLC or without Windows music player, we cannot play songs in laptop or mobile. At the same way, if you want to create virtual mission, we need below softwares. What it is? VirtualBox. We can create virtual mission using VirtualBox, using VMware. Okay, these two are the softwares which we can use to create virtual missions. This product is owned by Oracle. Oracle developed this software, VirtualBox. VMware, this is owned company. VMware is the IT company. They developed VMware software to create virtual missions in our laptop, in our mission. So how many softwares we can use to create virtual missions? Oracle VirtualBox. VirtualBox is owned by Oracle. Who is the vendor of this VirtualBox? Oracle only, because this product is developed by Oracle. VMware, this is the software. Same VMware company is there, IT company. VMware is the own company. Okay, so developed by VMware to create virtual missions. So in our course we are using VirtualBox. Anything, at least you can use one software. You have to download VirtualBox. You have to install VirtualBox. Then you can create virtual mission. Understood? Without VLC player we cannot play songs. Same way, without VirtualBox software, without VMware, we cannot create virtual mission. We are creating mission virtually, not physical. Physical means you have to buy one more laptop. Okay, so let download the VirtualBox. How to download anything? Just you can Google how to download Oracle VirtualBox. Any software if you want to download, just Google it. How to download software name. You can see how to download Oracle VirtualBox. So this VirtualBox developed by Oracle company. Who is the vendor of this VirtualBox? Oracle only. You can see here. Download. See, download Oracle VM VirtualBox. Yes or no? Open new tab. There you can download the VirtualBox software. You can see VirtualBox. This is the icon. Oracle VirtualBox. Download VirtualBox. Click on for Windows. This VirtualBox I need to install Windows operating system because in my laptop I installed Windows 10. So choose to Windows host. Yes or no? Okay, choose to Windows host because it's downloaded. You can see just 2 to 3 minutes it's downloading. Total 103 MB size only. It's small software. Once downloading the virtual box, you can create virtual missions. You can create n number of virtual missions. What is the limit? How many virtual missions you can create our PC? How many VMs you can create? That is based on your RAM and storage. Yes or no? Based on your RAM.
Yes.
Suppose I have 16 GB. I can create almost 4 VMs. Means 4 into 3. 12 GB. 12 GB used my virtual machines. So out of 16, 12 GB left. Remaining 4 GB used by my main laptop. So I cannot create more than 4 virtual machines based on your RAM. You can create if you have in office like 150 GB RAM. There they can create n number of virtual machines. In real time, how much memory for server? Server means laptop only. Each and every server will have memory, hard disk, CPU. This is laptop is one of the server only. So in real time, each and every server, some of the servers having memory 100 GB RAM. Yes, 150 GB. Okay, these are the database servers. They require more memory to speed up the application. Suppose when you go to SBI ATM, that ATM will very slow. That means government clients, they are using less resources. These, okay, RAM, hard disk and CPU. These three we call as a system resources. System resources. In industry, they called as memory is the one of the resource, hard disk is the one of the resource, CPU is the one of the resource. You can utilize these resources. Terminology you have to remember. Okay. Slowly in IT industry, these all terminals they used. When you get job or when you get real-time project, they are asking, okay, how many servers are there? For each and the server, what are the resource capacity? Like this, people call resources. Okay. So you can say, so download, I think VirtualBox downloaded. So how to install download? Just you can double click on that next. Any software default where it is installed, which location it is installing. Any software VLC, either VirtualBox, where it is installed default, which location it is installed. Tell me anyone.
C drive.
Yes.
C drive.
So it's default installing C drive only. Just you can double click on that. You can click on next. That's it. In case already installed VirtualBox, I don't want to again. Okay. Click on next. You can see. Click on next. Warning, network interface. You can see. Will reset your network temple. Please install. Proceed. Okay. Already installed. If you click on yes, it will install the VirtualBox. I don't want to install again. Okay. I am terminating. Okay. In your case, just download the VirtualBox. You can install by just double click on that download software. Click on next. It will installing your C drive and that will be pinned to desktop. You can see here. Suppose it's not pinned to desktop. You can search in search box VM. You can say Oracle VM VirtualBox. You can open that. right click on that, pin to desktop. Okay, already desktop is there, so double click on that. You can see these are my virtual machines. I can create n number of, while running the virtual machine, that machine used memory. See how many virtual machines created. You can see as of now this is the running. I want to say this capacity, what is the CPU, what is the memory. Go to settings. You can see system. You can see how much memory, 3222 MB. So what is the GB, how much, how to calculate GB? 1 GB equal to 1024 MB. Megabytes, G means gigabytes, gigabytes, megabytes. 1 MB equal to 1024 KB. Okay, this is how we are calculating memory or hard disk in IT. So here it's showing this VM 3222 MB. How much? Almost 3 GB, above 3 GB only, exactly 3.2 GB. Clear? If we give 3 GB for each and every virtual machine, then only that virtual machine immediately started. If you give less than 3 GB, it will, for starting it will take 10 to 50 minutes. That is based on your memory. It will started immediately. As of now, this virtual machine allocated 3.2 GB, that's showing in MB. Okay, so you can see storage. Okay, network 16 MB storage, somewhere you can see. See, Oracle Linux installed on this machine. Oracle Linux 7.8 system. Yeah, base memory. I think this is 16. General advanced. Storage. You can see how much this size, virtual size is 100 GB. Okay, so like this we can assign hard disk. This is the hard disk. Memory is, here you can see memory 3.2 GB. Okay, so these all are optional, no need to know these all options. This is how installing VirtualBox. Tomorrow we'll see how to create. Okay, you have to download VMbox and you can install it tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll installing Linux. We'll install Oracle Linux. Okay, today you have to download Oracle VirtualBox. You can install by just double click on the downloaded file, click on next, that's it. After you can able to see this is the icon. Clear? Anyone any doubts?
No.
No, right? Okay, shall we close the session?
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue same 7 to 8. Tomorrow we'll start. Okay, don't miss tomorrow onwards. Okay, these are the Linux platform. These are I think new to this Linux. If you miss one class, you don't know how to install Linux and all, how to do commands. These are all are commands, command based operating system. If you know command, then only you can do the something. Without no commands, we can't do anything. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
థ్యాంక్స్.
వస్తా, డాక్టర్ వస్తుందా?
ఏమైంది? మజ్జిగ తాగరు నువ్వు? మజ్జిగ తాగు. మీకు ఏదో మర్చిపోతుంది. ఏం చేస్తుంది?
చెప్పమ్మా, ఏది నీ బాధ ఏంది?